Marsupials and monotremes are some of the most interesting mammals in existence. However, many of them are endangered, including long-nosed echidnas, Tasmanian devils, koalas, northern hairy-nosed wombats, and numbats. Less well-known ones are the bilby, yellow-bellied glider, and eastern quoll. Many of these animals are endangered due to habitat destruction, as well as climate change. Other factors causing more animals to become endangered are invasive species and disease. An animal that was once endangered, but whose population has returned to safe levels, is the duck-billed platypus, which has resurfaced due to laws protecting it from hunting. It is possible for many other animals to return with concerted efforts from humankind. These wonderful animals are important to biodiversity in today's world, and we are here today in order to raise awareness about these magnificent beings. Monotremes and marsupials are an integral part of the biosphere, and we cannot allow them to go to waste. My name is David Attenborough, and although you probably will not be hearing me again throughout the presentation, we have 4 other lovely MCs who will introduce themselves shortly.
Hi, my name is Luffy.
Hi, I'm Brock.
My name's John.
And my name's Shaw.
His name is Shaw?
His name is Shaw?
His name is Shaw.
His name is Shaw! Can we start? Today we have members from 2 extremely special orders, the Monotremes and the Marsupials.
Yup, and these 2 groups of animals are completely different. First up are the monotremes, which are divided again into Platypoda and Tachyglossa. Platypoda includes platypuses and their fossil ancestors, and Tachyglossa encompasses the echidnas or spiny anteaters.
No wonder the monotremes were split. The 2 suborders couldn't be more different. Some characteristics of this order include the mammalian feature of hair, milk produced in the mammary glands, a lower jaw of single bone, 3 middle-eared bones, and a high metabolic rate, although lower than other mammals. However, monotremes also have the reptilian characteristics of a missing corpus callosum, bundles of axons that connect the left and right hemispheres of the brain. And egg-laying. They also have legs that operate at the sides of their bodies instead of underneath, which is a mammalian feature. Spurs on the ankles of each leg contain a powerful poison in the platypus, but is non-functional in the echidna.
Right, moving on to marsupials. They're the only mammals in Australia, which has caused them to diversify from other mammals a lot over this continent. The first animals that normally come to mind when we think of marsupials are kangaroos and koalas. These animals have a pouch known as a marsupium. They possess 4 pairs of molar teeth, whereas contemporary placental mammals contain no more than 3. They also have no corpus callosum and give birth to their young extremely prematurely. As a result, the placenta is not highly developed, and the young are more prone to environmental dangers for the first few months of life. On the other hand, however, the mother will not need to carry the fetus as in a full-term pregnancy, which is especially advantageous in a bad season.
While platypuses are carnivores and echidnas are omnivores eating mainly insects, marsupials are generally herbivores and include some scavengers.
Furthermore, while monotremes are oviparous and have young that hatch out of eggs outside the mother's body, marsupials are viviparous animals. This means that they give birth to live young. In both of these orders of animals, the placenta is highly underdeveloped or absent compared to placental mammals. They are both also endothermic.
Alright, let's welcome the first of our guests, from the monotreme order, the echidna. My name is Brock, and I'll be here with...
I'm Ash.
Yep, Ash the echidna. It's great to have you with us today, Ash. I understand that your species lays eggs, but consider yourself to be mammals. Why so?
Well, I'm warm-blooded, unlike reptiles. Those guys freak me out. Also, my species produces milk, so I would consider myself mammalian enough to be a mammal.
I see. So, tell me more about yourself. What makes you an echidna?
The first thing you'll probably notice about me is that I have spikes all over my back. This helps protect me from predators. Also, you might have noticed my long snout. I can actually detect electrical signals with the tip of it, which is how I find my meals of ants and termites. As a straight consumer, eating ants and termites makes me an insectivore. I don't really have teeth, but I crush foods between pads in my mouth. Anyways, I have legs that come out of the sides of my body, which is a reptilian feature. The bones in my pelvis have a more reptilian than mammalian design, but I can still consider myself a mammal. I think the milk factor is highly important.
So, at home, who tends to the eggs?
My mate does. At the start of the mating season, she develops a little pouch in which she will lay her eggs.
And after it hatches?
When it hatches, our puggle, that's a baby echidna if you didn't know, feeds on a milk from its mother. After he develops spikes about 3 to 4 months later, he still remains with his mother, but doesn't get to stay in the pouch. Although he can usually eat termites soon after leaving her pouch, he still suckles milk and isn't fully grown until he's several months old.
Also, I realized that there are some very famous echidnas out there, although it seems that not a lot of people have heard of them. What do you think of Knuckles the echidna?
Well, he's my mom's dad's aunt's sister-in-law's brother's grandson's former roommate. But somehow he got a job in a video game business and Sega promised to pay him in Chaos Emeralds, but I haven't heard of him since.
Thanks for your time, Ash. Next we have, also from the monotreme order, the platypus.
My name is Shaw, and here is TJ, the platypus. So, tell us more about yourself, TJ.
I'm a gold darn platypus.
Astute observation. But tell us a bit about how you're different from someone like, say, a bear.
Do I look like a bear to you?
Just tell us a little about yourself. Your children, how you got so ripped, the new diet you're on.
Why didn't you say that first? Gotcha, pal. See, I'm on a new fad diet. On the website where I learned about it, it said New Curve Straight Consumer Diet. It's purely meat, so it's great for carnivores like me. The main foods included are annelid worms, insect larvae, and freshwater shrimp and crayfish. The diet includes great exercise too. I have to dive through water, digging through soil and mud, or catching these animals while swimming. The electrical sensors on my snout really help when I'm obtaining food.
It's really working, too. Your fur looks amazingly chic tonight, and your bill and your spur buds are wonderfully shiny. I see your curves are really developing.
Thanks, buddy. You too.
Yeah. Anyways, how's your kids? I hear your husband's an agent for the FBI, too. How's that line of business?
Meh. Well, they're just getting onto that phase where they need milk. My husband left after the mating season from June to October to his burrow where he stays for the rest of the year. He'll probably find a new mate next season. Anyways, it's not like I'm sad or anything about that. Heh, well, after I became, sexually mature, when I was, 2 years old, I laid a clutch of 2 eggs. They hatched recently after developing in utero for 28 days and incubating for 10 days. We have no nipples, so pores in our skin produce milk pools that our young can consume. I'm looking forward to the time when they can get out of our burrow, and then finally when their teeth fall out to leave those horny plates we usually chew our food with.
And your husband?
Last I heard, his work was going well. You know how the poison of our species is produced in the crural glands, which is attached to the calcaneus spurs on each of our hind limbs. We females don't got no crural glands, or spurs really, but my husband's poison has got to be the best in the entire country of Australia. He's been working undercover for the government for a while, so I hope he stays safe. The electrosensors on his snout are really amazing too. Perfect for hunting down those criminals. Plus, he's got the strongest web feet I've ever seen. When he moves, you can just see those muscles rippling under his fur, squat though he may be. He looks like a dragon sometimes, with his reptilian pelvic girdle and legs that stick out from the side, but he'll always be the one for me.
Say, I heard some rumors and gossip about how your dreams give some foresight of the future.
Pure trash, I say. I can't even dream, let alone get into REM sleep.
Wow, sorry. Must be a shame. Anyway, you had a characteristic gait walking in tonight, moving your head from side to side and walking on your knuckles?
Yo, MC, should be kinda obvious. Moving my head from side to side helps me sweep or detect those electrical signals from your beating heart better. Tells my brain where everyone is. I can tell location based on signal strength and the difference in time which signals reach the 2 sensors on my snout.
And?
Man, if I get one more question, I'm gonna get my husband to prick you with some of his venom. Those defenses ain't fun to experience.
Sorry. Thanks for your time tonight. And now I'm going to pass the mic over to Luffy for the next interview.